Hello, welcome back to the channel, and yeah, this is Maskun here, and this is MWP Week 5, and yeah, I'm playing against Maroon and Monotype's Monotype again from the Viridian Vivillions. And right now, the Serenas are trying to look for a win this week so that we can hopefully make playoffs, because last week we lost. So yeah, as you can see, I have a psychic team, and he has a pretty bulky flying team, and so I was like, okay, my main threats. My main win cons is Megalodios, Victinian, Mew. From him, he just needs to wear me down, and then at the end, his Lander should probably carry, his Aerodactyl can probably carry. You know, any of his mons can probably carry, but yeah, I just need to preserve these 3 win cons, and if one of them dies, the win percentage goes lower and lower at that point. So yeah, let's start. He goes Tornadus Darien. I wanted to go Megalodios because it checks his whole team. Yeah, and so he knocks me off, and I just Ice Beam here, and I was like, okay, that's good shit. And so he goes Celesteela here, and then I roost up just to check damage. And then yeah, I go to Jirachi here, just to cover the toxic play. If he leeches me, that's fine, but yeah, I just wanted to cover the toxic play so I don't get this or Dick's toxic. And here I probably should have Roxed, honestly. Early Rocks means, cause what? At this point, I don't know what defogger he has, you know? So, yeah, and this can't be defog, and this only is defog, and he's, as you can see later, I'll explain why, he can only have Mantine as a defogger. So he Leech Seeds me, I'm like, okay, let's go Jirachi here again. He Toxics here, I think I U-turn here, predicting the Landers, and then I U-turn, and I go to Megalodios, and I Roost up here, just to check for damage again, and go Celesteela. And I go back into Slowbro here, and I got Toxic. Okay, and then I probably should have Scalded. Did I Scald here? Oh no, I Toxic for the Tornadus and Mantine. And he goes Tornadus here, and there's Teleport here. I go Tapu Lele, and I'm like, okay, he probably... And I Psychic here, so, and actually, because of this, I found out that he's Assault Vest. And that probably confirms a lot about after that damage, I've been like, okay, he's not defog, he's not defog, he's not defog, he's not defog. You don't need defog on this. This is a defogger. So yeah, that's a probably big oopsie from me, as I probably should have thought of that about that. So yeah, I go into Jirachi here. He heavy slams. I think I put my own rocks up here at this. Finally, at turn 14, I put my rocks up here. Yeah, so that's what happens, and then I go into Bro here, because that's my best play, considering he can U-turn, and I don't get U-turn damage on this. He goes into Thunderous Darien. I go into my Megalodios, I think, because it walls this thing, unless he's like Dark EMZ with Dark Pulse, but yeah. I just Roost up here. He goes Celesteela. Oh, Ice Beam here, that's such a bad play from me, because he couldn't have gone here. So yeah, I Roost up here. He probably should have Toxic here, but he Leech Seeds me, predicting my Rush come in. So yeah, that's a bad turn right here. One misplay already. I go into Jirachi. He goes to Mantine. And then I T-Wave this, just to, you know, get some yellow magic happening. And then I stall off Rock Tier. He Scalds me for burn damage. And Chip, I U-turn here. I go into my Megalodios. Okay, he paralyzes, okay, and then I click Ice Beam. Okay, so looking back at this now, wow, that's a bad play for me, because worst play can do is go into this, he gets T-bolted, goes into this, gets T-bolted. I could have just Ice Beamed, because if he T-bolts me, I still kill with Ice Beam. He goes into this, T-bolts, I just Roost up again, and you know, I don't lose anything honestly. So I should probably T-bolt it here, because he wants to get rocks off. And you know what? After I learned this was Assault Vest, or I learned in my head, subconscious, it was Assault Vest. That means he can't be defog. And this means this mon's the only defogger, and that means he has to put up his own rocks, and every time he comes in with his Landers, he gets chipped. So I made a huge misplay, and then he defogs it for free. And then I go into Celesteela, or he goes to Celesteela. I Ice me again. I should have T-bolted there, you know? But whatever, lost cause. I go into Slowbro here. He Toxics me. And then I Scald here. No, I don't think I scalded here, did I? I should have scalded here. I think my plays here are scalding or toxicking. One of these two. Because if I scald, he gets HP back. Scalds, chip, scalds, chip, burn, potentially scald. If I get burn here, wow, that's great for me. But that did not happen, so I teleport. I go to Latias. I roost up here. He goes to Celesteela. And I go Jirachi here, and he makes double. He goes to Landorstarian, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to take an EQ, so I have to go about to Bro. I think he puts up his own rocks, which is a good play for him. And I go into Mega Latias, right? No, I teleport into Mega Latias. I defog here, because yeah, he doesn't want to take an Ice Beam. Defog here, and then I go into my Jirachi here. Oh, I go Slowbro here. Here I probably should have scalded or toxicked. In hindsight, because he can't, do anything else. But I teleport. He Hurricane, he misses. I hit him for a solid 63. And then he goes to Celesteela. I Thunderbolt here. Finally revealing it, guys. Turn 35, and I could have revealed it turn 23. Oh well. He Leech Seeds me. I probably should have scalded or toxicked. Because every time the variation does, he's done it twice now. He goes Celesteela on and every time I go Slowbro, he goes hard at Tornadarian. I probably just should have, because I live a Hurricane, honestly, and I scald. So yeah, that happens, and I just T-Bolt here because I said F it, finally I'm gonna get myself kill. He goes Aerodactyl. I didn't even think this was Pursuit, it's old standard SM set, and I just completely misplayed that, and he just, yeah. So yeah, he pursues me, and I'm like, well, F. But I still got chip on this, and I go, finally Slowbro. Okay, finally I make a okay play. I just scald here, gets burned. And then, I'm pretty sure I scald again, or no, I teleport. I teleport here, and then go Victini, because I'm like, you know what, at least F, F it. He's chipped, chipped, and yeah, so yeah, I Z-Celebrate here. He misses Hurricane, so that's unfortunate for a Maroon. Yeah, and so I just click Flamethrower, and then he goes to Landorstarian, and actually, this is my big misplay. This is called boneheaded plays from Maskun. I actually could have killed that. So yeah, because I only put +1/+1 on my defense and special attack. I need that 83 because I was only calculating for EQ damage because EQ doesn't kill me. So I was like, you know what, F that, I'm gonna Flamethrower twice. But in reality, if you look here, I actually I have a chance to kill him. Yeah, 56.3% chance to OHKO him. So I'm like, yeah, I should have just put all my +1s in, honestly. But I felt like I was wasting time. Anyway, so I Flamethrower and then I crit. Yup, I Flamethrower and I crit. And I win the game off of that because at this point, yeah. So, yeah, honestly, I overthought too much that game. But honestly, kind of happy this game kind of happened. I probably should have lost for this game to happen and for me to learn a lot more, but win or lose, it's always good for me to learn, just to play out simply, and also just to make sure I play optimally and think about what he can do for me to be in such a bad position, kind of like what percentages of positioning that is better for him. It's kind of like chess. Like, is he at like a 50% chance to win now, or is he at like 60% chance to win now? It's okay to give him some leeway, but I think I should have played simpler and just like stuck to and also just thought of different ways to thought of a way to like I should have used Thunderbolt more on the man time. Probably should have done that turn 23. I should have put rocks more in Jirachi every time I was in his Celesteela because he had a defog. and I just T-wave, and I just go into, I put Stealth Rocks again, I U-turn, I go into Mega Lot, and yes, I T-bolt, you know? So, like, yeah, this game was, like, because if I get, like, paralyzed, as I did in turn 22, I could have killed that. So, yeah. But you always win and you always learn whether I win or lose, and I'm hoping I can learn from this and come back stronger week 6. So yeah, but yeah, thanks for the game, Maroon. I'm sorry you got hacked. 2 hurricane misses and getting the crit. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great 2021 and yeah, have a great week. Thank you for watching.